I'll handle this.
Okay, you're hot and heavy. Don't run into anything, or you and that missile are toast. Touch anything and you're an ounce of fireball. You've got to avoid everything. Find an eco charge to arm the missile.
Crotch rocket flyby!
You got it, Daxter. Go, baby, go!
Ah, make mine a piece!
Keep driving! You're braver than I thought, Daxter.
Don't hit the missile target!
Nice! That's one eco charge. Now find another.
Look out!
You got it in control, Daxter.
Clear out! Piece of cake! I gotta find the last missile charge!
Get Toro on the line! We're in trouble!
Dexter! You're back! Oh, did that mean old desert burn your itty-bitty paws?
Hey, Test Baby, don't crush the merchandise. How's biz?
I'm designing new guns to help out the war effort.
You make guns now?
Yeah, I just finished this new gun. It sports a multi-port, large-bore gyro burst launcher with blowback breach assist, using full-jacket, eco-depleted armor-piercing slugs, and a continuous kill zone scanner for tight grippings and a high cycle rate of fire. It's a hobby. Not so fast. First, you have to prove you can protect my little schnookums in the new gun course. Not bad shooting, Jack. for a guy. Now, I want you to protect my little baby with this, or else I'll hunt you down and hurt you real bad. Okay?
Wow! I didn't know you had so much.
The city's lost! We lost 3 battles this week. We lost this war a long time ago.
We've got some KG defenses we need eliminated. Super range sniper cannons are keeping our men pinned down. Jack, you need to find those hidden cannons and take them out. There's sure to be an enemy counterattack when they see what you're up to, so watch out. You know the routine.
Yeah, we do all the work. You get all the credit.
I miss the old man.
bead on you. Move! He's got a bead on you. Move! You took one out. Now get the rest. Those cannons are shielded. You gotta hit them when the shields are down. Good work, Jack. That'll help us maneuver better. I'd say we've got him worried. Do you remember the city, Jack? Find this spot before time runs out for a prize.
I got a bad feeling about today.
Bad luck, man. You need to learn the city. Good work. You haven't lost it. Jack, I need you to go into the sewers, into the Metalhead City section. We need to attack their hive from below, and the sewers are the only way in right now. We haven't been in those old passageways since the war broke out, but no scouts have reported movement down there.
That's a good thing, right?
I mean, no scouts have ever come back alive to tell us.
Oh. Ow! Still giving us the crappy missions, huh?
Dark, dirty, dangerous. I'm beginning to like this war.
Jack, this is Ashley. I'm glad you're back in the fight. You're behind enemy lines now, so watch yourself. I need you to take out a cache of Dark Eco near the Southport border. We have reports that the metalheads are using it to create terrible Dark Eco weapons to infect the city. We've got to stop that at all costs. Good luck, soldier.
Jack Marshall, Samos here. While you're near the entrance to South Haven Forest, could you please go check out reports of a Dark Eco infestation there? It seems someone is still experimenting with Dark Eco. If you find infected plants, you must destroy them before they spread. There are some ancient precursor pillars in the forest that may have a link to the catacombs. But if the metalheads overrun the place, we'll never know for sure. Make me proud.
Jack, you can kill those plants with your jet board. Just scoop up green eco energy and then lay it down over the plants.
are some of the oldest artifacts we've ever found. Ma wrote that there were some ancient ruins to the west that were activated by 5 special artifacts and revealed wondrous truths. I'll see what I can find out.
Jack, we've located 4 critical power junctions that, if destroyed, could drop some of their shields. Our betting expert Jinx can blow the junctions if you can get him to each one and protect him while he's laying the charges. You remember Jinx? He's waiting in a vehicle outside. Happy blasting.
Hey there, pretty boy. You ready to rock and rumble? Come in, Goldilocks. I'll be right back. This baby's gonna blow! You watch my ass! Let's get out of here!
You did it. You've got us deeper into KG territory.
Nice work, Jackie boy. I'm gonna go see what I can scrounge up. See you on the flip side.
Ashlyn here. Jack, we've got word of a shipment of eco being delivered somewhere in the KG City section. I think it's worth stealing. I want you to go in and find the vehicle with the eco, then drive it back out to the Naughty Otzel in one piece. I'm sure they'll try to stop you, but we need that eco for the war effort. Remember, don't lose the shipment.
Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. I didn't think you could do this one. Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. I lied. I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm a tough audience. Do you remember the city, Jack? Find this spot before time runs out for a prize. Good work. You haven't lost it. Here's another Get 2 challenge. back the hero I remember. Here's another great place to evaluate the performance of the jet board. Try to get enough points here as well. I'm still not sure the jet board's that useful. really tear up the concrete with that baby. Good work. I need you to practice driving that missile in case we need to use it ever again. Hop on it and collect all the tokens before time runs out. Not your best ride, Daxter. Look out! Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that boat. Clear out! Go, baby, go! Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that. You got it in control, Daxter. You're braver than I thought, Daxter. Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that puppy again and make me proud. Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that puppy.
Out of the way, Roadhog!
Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that puppy.
Crash rocket flyby!
Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that puppy. Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that.
Ah, it's supposed to peeps! Look out!
Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that puppy.
Crash rocket flyby!
Not your best ride, Daxter. Get on that. tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. I didn't think you could do this one. I lied. I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm a tough audience.
Stand clear. We've got a job to do.
Jack, we've got word of a new assault on the port. They're trying to take us out once and for all. The strange thing is, we're seeing movement from both the KG and Metalhead fronts. It's like they're working together. We've got to repel this assault or we're through. I hate to do this to you, but I'm putting you on the front line. You're my go-to guy. Stop any KG or Metalhead units from reaching this place. If we lose this one, we're history. bagged me 10 metalheads this week.
Dexter, my hero! This city is too dangerous. We need our own little place in the country. A little pink house with a white picket fence and a fireplace and a big 4-poster bed for me and a little osel run on the side of the house for you.
Aw, are you worried about me, my little Desi Boo?
Of course, my itty-bitty whisker puss.
Oh, please. Will you two take it outside?
You need a hug, Jack, because we got plenty to go around.
Rumor is, you two are the only hope we've got to reach the catacombs. I've programmed the gun course to simulate some of the new enemy tactics. Want to try it out? Not bad shooting, Dark Boy. Here's a nice boomstick for your sidekick, baby. Go give him hell, boys. Then come back, and I'll scratch you behind your ears.
At least this part of the city's still in one piece.
lost this war a long time ago.
We've lost 3 battles this week. You back to die with us? I'm back need 10 metal hits this week. We need more men. The city's lost!
Oh yeah, you know. Fucking getting it, dude. Back in the city. It's great, you know, the game starts out, it's like super fucking like Borderlands, fucking like Mad Maxy, like in the fucking wastelands and shit, you know. But it's cool, they still got the city from the second game or whatever. Bunch of crazy gun upgrades, almost like some Ratchet and Clank shit. Pretty wild. That's one thing about it. This game and the second game, it really reminds me like fucking like Jack and Daxter came out, then like they just like took you know, Holiday and played a bunch of fucking Ratchet and Clank and fucking GTA. Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was quite the tone shift. Maybe we're supposed to hop in a car or something, eh? Gotta get to the garage, dude. But yeah, no, it's crazy how it goes from being like this fucking, like, you know, traditional, like, you know, almost like Link-esque, like, silent protagonist thing into this, like, edgy, like, early 2000s fucking icon.
Turning the sand. Gotta show a few new artifact sightings. You two up to some rough riding?
Sure. I can race with the best of them.
Good. Take the vehicle and bring us back some loot. You know the drill. Get to the artifacts first, and they're yours to claim.
He's back to the wasteland, though. Because I was wondering where we can get back to the wasteland. That's crazy, like, this game, I don't know what's up with, like, you know, these almost, like, collective thoughts. Same thing with Banjo-Kazooie, like, the last game of Banjo-Kazooie, like, Nuts and Bolts is a total, like, driving-ass game, you know? But I know after this, we got, like, the Jack X Combat Racing. I never played that one. But, you know, I'm gonna have to check that one out after this. I remember Nuts and Bolts may have actually, like, ended up being my favorite Banjo-Kazooie nostalgia side. I ended up really liking that Nuts and Bolts when I was going through that huge, you know, rare marathon kick, and I went through all the, you know, played all the rare games, like, back to back, like, did all the Donkey Kong countries, and the, you know, the Donkey Kong 64, and the Banjo-Kazooie, and the Tooie. And then, yeah, the Nuts and Bolts, and the Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was fucking, that was a treat. It's a goofy-ass game. But it was cool, like, you know, I played Jak 2 and 3, you know, I beat those back in the day. I never got around to beating the first one. I only played that a little bit at a friend's house. But I really liked, I honestly really liked the direction and tone of the first one. You know, it felt more like Sony trying to do like a Nintendo kind of game, you know? But it was really good, like, especially like how like seamless the world was with like no loading screens, and I mean they all have like a pretty crazy like adaptive soundtrack going on. You know, really good like sound direction, and like, you know, especially like the whole like all the animated cutscenes whenever like you talk to anyone and like do a mission, like all that shit's super fucking next level. Yeah, I'd say all that shit like even holds up crazy by like today's standard. Oh, I had to boost that. Oh, I boosted midair. Fucking got it. Sick. Oh jeez. I get moving. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. Oh, I had to jump. Oh, it was through the bridge. I had to go under. honestly, it feels like what Jak 2 and 3. It really feels like almost the true spiritual successor of like the original Ratchet and Clank. Because like the original Ratchet and Clank, that was one thing I played Up Your Arsenal and Going Commando before I played the first one. I remember playing the first one and not really liking it that much just because it was so different. Now you like, it's not like a traditional like third-person aiming kind of thing. You know, it's a lot like Jak. You know how it's like you're just more like rock the fucking aim assist and just like aim in the general direction of shit and open fucking ends. You know. How it's like more focused on like the platforming and like the fucking exploration and whatever instead of the shooting. It almost makes you want to go through the Ratchet and Clank series and give that first one another go. I played the reboot on the PS4 as like one of the PS4 classics, but I think that was like more, I don't even know how similar. I know it's like kind of similar to the first game, but also like kind of some totally different shit. Oh, you're fine, kiddo. We need to start winding down. It's getting late. I know, yeah, that is kind of what's on my ride, because, you know, I am kind of excited to play what Rift Apart again, but I also got it, I wouldn't mind just going through the series. They do have the whole series, you know, you can stream it on the whatever, just like how I did the God of War. So I made it through the God of War game, so, you know, the fucking, should be able to do the fucking Ratchet and Clank game. Plus, there's a couple Ratchet and Clank games I actually haven't played. Like, that came out on, like, the All for One and, like, Into the Nexus. And, you know, even though I played, like, Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal, like, got way too many times. Like, the new game plus and shit, you know, it's definitely, I don't know, those are probably, like, my favorite games to just replay. They're so good. It's definitely been a while. Been a lot of the PS3 ones, like, because that was the shit I got a PS3 for. It was like the Ratchet and Clank, like, Future series, you know? They had, like, the whole Future series on there. I'm trying to think of what the names of them were. It might have been, like, Future Tools of Destruction and, God, what was it? Crack in Time was sick. Yeah, so you got this jump here. Oh god, almost whiffed it. That would have been bad. We want to bounce back from that. It's something like this shit's almost got like some Rocket League shit. How you can like jump with the cars. How about it? Oh! No! Had to hit that better than that, Jak. Oh no. Come on. Oh, nice. Oh, that's hilarious. I was just saying, you know. That's what I was saying, because his name's actually Jak. I was just calling him Jak, because, you know, it's just usually what I call people in that situation. That's hilarious. I was like, something rang in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually fucking confident. But no, yeah, no, this is like crazy, like, wasteland, open world, hey, it is super next level. That's what I mean. I almost feel like this shit like almost inspired like fucking Borderlands or some shit, you know? Oh. There we go. Hollow Cube. But yeah, no, it really feels like, I definitely felt that way about the the second game as well. But, oh, mission failed, dang! I thought we passed it. So I was freaking out. Oh no, now we gotta do it all over again. You got the hollow cube, I was like, alright. Hold on, I want to look over because I see you're like fucking typing all that shit and I'm just so in the goddamn thick of it, you know? Also surprised you love that game as well. So many people disliked it. Not that matters. Personally, I love the platforming stuff. Oh yeah, no, the nuts and bolts was fucking sick, dude. I mean, I always thought it was bad, so I never even gave it a chance. And yeah, when you know, my buddy gave me that Xbox, you know, with the fucking shit on it, it was on there, and I gave it a try, and it was like, you know, I play Banjo-Kazooie. Those are games I've probably played like every few years, you know, growing up. I can't tell you how many times probably a solid 9 times I played those games each, you know, like, growing up, they were my favorite games, just like the Ratchet and Clank, like, you know, I always loved just going back and playing those games, and like, man, no, dude, like, Nuts and Bolts was sick, it was such a cool sequel, but I really like to see something, like, you do, you know, if you're gonna keep doing a series, it's nice to see them, like, kind of go off and try something different, too, like, and then I just also think, like, the vehicle stuff is just kind of, like, it still had, like, a little collectathon stuff and everything in it, cool worlds, and it was really cool how they did the characters, and, like, God, I love the dialogue and the little, like, fucking, like, before every world, it was, like, a fucking, like, sitcom with, like, the characters, but they put the characters in different roles. Like, oh, God. No, Nuts and Bolts was so good, dude. I always thought it was fucking shit. That shit blew my mind how good it was. They really need to, like, put that shit on Steam or on PC, you know, where you can play it somewhere besides, the Xbox emulating it on, like, the 360 version. That shit needs a fucking remake, because that shit was so good. And then, you know, in such, like, an advent of, like, you know, so many people, like, I'm not too big in, like, customizing stuff in games and stuff, but, like, you know, for, like, the Minecraft crowd and stuff, and, like, I know people really like, they felt like almost like the gummy ship stuff and like Kingdom Hearts, like taking the next level, but like, I don't know, dude. I thought it was so good. I was blown away by it. Like, I understand, like, you know, I was there. I remember being disappointed, like, don't get me wrong, if they, like, would have made a traditional Banjo, like, at the time when I was younger, like, for the Xbox, you know, I probably would have, you know, I never owned an Xbox, you know, until my buddy gave me that Xbox, you know. There's never been an exclusive worth getting for it. But, like, I might have thought otherwise, you know. They fucking, you know, I remember being like, oh, you know, I thought that shit looked whack. I heard it was whack. But no, you know, and I played it right after playing all the other, you know, Rare games, you know, so I don't know. I'm just saying, putting nostalgia aside, I was pretty goddamn impressed with it. I really liked it. And then it was like, it wasn't even like a spin-off. It was like a true sequel. Like, it continued, like, right after Banjo-Tooie. Like, it was so fucking good. Like, it was so much more legit and, like, I don't know, man. I loved the whole, like, Lord of Games. You know, I loved all the dialogue in it, you know. And, you know, I thought it played a lot like this, you know. It's like, yeah, the levels weren't, like, good, like, open world levels or whatever, like, if you compare it to, like, I don't know, a lot of, like, crazy other sandbox titles. You can say the same thing about, like, the Jak 2 and 3. But as, like, set pieces and little just playgrounds and, like, driving courses and stuff to like, you know, be segmented and, like, do missions and, like, fucking, you know, it's just a good playground for, like, the game to, like, you know, set its rules and, like, do all the different variety and bullshit that you can do with, like, you know. Because I'm not that big into the GTA series. I know my friends have always been growing up, and my wife is super into them. A lot of times she'll, like, you know, hand me the controller to like fucking complete a mission for or something. But that's one thing, you know, it's the same thing with like the GTA series, like, you know. You can definitely just like look as the world is like they aren't that entertaining on their own, but when you combine them with the missions and stuff, and like, you know, it's some good like classic variety, you know. I definitely understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you know, I definitely like shaking things up a little bit. And yeah, well, I think Nuts and Bolts probably would have been better if it had like, you know, if they would have made it like Jak. And there were like, you know, they kind of had their cake and eat it too, and it had its traditional collectathon platforming stuff with the fucking, you know, driving thing and like the missions. But it was really crazy, like how like nuts and ahead of its time, like the whole car customization bullshit was. I don't know. Like it was really fucking crazy. And then, you know, you had like your bows, and you could like, the whole like flying shit was crazy. There was like so many different like gadgets and things you could put on the cars, all the different materials. Oh god, I fucked her. Dang. I gotta hit that ramp with the Don, baby. But yeah, no, I definitely never understood like the hype, like, you know, so many people can just like play GTA and like not even like do a mission or like have any like structure, you know. Same thing with like people who can just like jump into like Minecraft, I guess, and like or like some like crafting game on like creative mode and like not even like basically have any rules and just like walk around and like not do anything, you know. You're just like, I don't know. But when you add the structure and you add the rules and like it actually makes you learn and understand the game's mechanics, I don't know. That's usually where like fun's to be had. And you know, it's one of the things that you know, I think has always been kind of in the heart of, you know, your Jak and Daxters and your fucking Ratchet and Clank and stuff. Because, you know, it's not always just about the platforming or the shooting. Like, there's always, like, some, like, goofy little, like, mini game or, like, driving segment or, like, you know, go through the rings and the time attack kind of thing, you know. That's cool. They totally, you know, in 2 and 3, they totally have like some like crazy taxi ass fucking segments, and you know. It's one of those things where I agree those are like definitely not the best parts of the game. And like I totally like remember when I was younger maybe even like hating these fucking segments. But I do think it's one of those things that like makes these games special, I suppose. And I really think it's just playing to the whole like, you know, big open world, like sandbox in general. Yeah, just having all the different kinds of like missions and bullshit, and then like you're able to like make the missions actually make sense in like a contextual way with like the characters and how it like interweaves with the story or whatever. Alright. I think we're about to get this hollow cube. You know, same thing. Like, you know, I know. That was probably one of my favorite parts about. You know, I know you always talk about like how much you love Final Fantasy VII, and in a lot of ways, I remember it being pretty like I don't know, traditional kind of like, you know, JRPG or whatever. One of the things that like stood out to me and like I felt like made Final Fantasy VII special to me, that I remember there being all sorts of like cool little like mini games and shit. With like the chocobo stuff and like you know, the bike racing thing and like oh jeez. Gonna get this? Okay. Receive the hollow cube. What we gotta do with it? Oh, yeah, I thought I just got it. We gotta keep going. God, that's terrible. Yeah, I totally just fucking signed off there. All I had to do is bring it home. There we are.
That's one of the items we need for the force.
We got the hollow cube. I thought we were fine.
This is Sid. I hear you're in the market for eco crystals. Well, I know what one is, but it won't be a cakewalk. In other words, we got some serious metalhead hunting to do. I'll meet you at the Metalhead Desert Nest. I'm counting on you.
But yeah, no, that is definitely one of the best parts about Jak and Ratchet is just like the world and like the characters and like the tone in general. It is just like that classic like golden era fucking PlayStation like 2000s vibe for sure. Yeah, they were definitely solid contenders and goddamn you know, in the mascot era or whatever you'd call it. Yeah, I think they can actually head out there and whatever, which is pretty cool. This will keep saying shark in it. Yeah, well, no, we get to drive this fucking thing. The Slam Dozer. The Desert Screamer. But yeah, no, I mean, I totally get, like, you know, why someone would think that about nuts and bolts or whatever. But I totally think if you go into the game with an open mind, give it a chance, you know, you might be surprised. At least, yeah, hopefully that's what Jak X Combat Racing be halfway decent, I don't know. But I guess it's one of those things, if you don't really like driving and fucking games, then, yeah. I guess it probably wouldn't be a very fun game, because that is what you're doing it.
I was beginning to think you were chickened out. I saw an eco crystal in this place.
I do know how you feel about Mario Kart.
It is. Metalheads have been spotted here in mass. But we wouldn't want those nasty boys to just move back in here without a welcoming party, would we? Let's go give them a big surprise.
But I imagine you wouldn't really fucking like Jak 2 or 3 then either, to be honest. There's a lot of fucking driving, like, mission-based things. That's one of the things that totally just has me thinking about it. Oh, man. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic here. I think I remember fucking playing this mission forever ago for some reason. I don't know, something fucking cool happens again. That was awesome in the second game, dude. Like, it's fucking... he, like, sacrificed himself to a giant, like, millipede fucking skeleton. And then fucking ends up coming back at the end. I think one of the best, like, moments of this game, though, Jak 3, is just, like, it's, like, right at the start of the game, you're, like, meeting one of, like, the Light Elf monk dudes, and, like, it's so on the nose. They're just, like, she's just, like, I don't know what the context is. They're talking about going out in the wasteland or something for the first time or something. They're, like, going out and, like, doing this mission or some shit, you know? And Monk's just like, what, you think this is a fucking game? And then, like, Jak and Daxter just, like, give this fucking look, like, right to the fucking camera. Just like, I don't know. Like, it's so fucking good. I don't even think I remember the fucking catching that the first time I fucking played it. Forever ago, when I was younger. I totally forgot about it. Another thing, the second game feels super fucking Star Wars inspired, I feel like. I'm not a fucking Star Wars guy at all, but like, even I feel like I can smell that shit a mile away. I don't feel like I'm getting it so much in this game. I know I got like forced and sat down to like watch some of the older movies when I was way younger with my buddy, but like, yeah, I definitely, it's one of those things I've like went down like, you know, some Wikipedia like rabbit holes and like the general lore, you know. And like fucking, it's like one of the few things I like don't care about, so I'll like fucking, you know, I'll like totally read some fucking like spoilers or some shit for it. And be like, oh yeah, that's kind of neat. But like, anytime I got like sat down and like forced to watch, I was younger, it never really bothered with me. It does seem like it's like a cool world and everything and stuff, but like, you know, I don't know. I certainly don't like have like any nostalgia for it though. Where the hell? I guess we gotta go toward the green dot, huh? Oh damn! We mudding. We going fucking mudding, boys. Oh shit. Are games as much as good? Think you're going through the Ratchet and Clank, some of those deep indie games I told you about? Yeah, I might get around to them, like, especially if they fucking end up, you know, on a fucking the PlayStation Pass or something. Right now, I got like I said, this is about to be like mirroring the fucking PlayStation. I'm about to get my money out of this fucking PlayStation Pass. I got a little fucking sidetracked with Pokemon, but I'm done now. You know, we got the Ratchet and Clank, we got the Kingdom Hearts. I gotta check out that Asur's Wrath. I think maybe we might want to check out speaking of, fucking, the God of War games got me into fucking, God of War fucking old 6th generation action RPG style bullshit. Like, I know that was one thing. I played like all the Castlevania few Castlevania games I haven't played. I actually have a couple of them on Steam, I want to say. But I also saw they were on PlayStation Game Pass thing. They tried to reboot the series. And I don't know. It was maybe 2014 or 15 or some shit. And it was a kind of God of War style game. I remember being pretty disappointed at the time. It's one of those things like how we were just talking about with nuts and bolts. It's kind of hard to enjoy a game if you really want it to be something else. But I think especially after going through the older God of War games pretty recently, might have to give those games a chance. Another chance. Try to go into it with an open mind. Because it could be cool. I love Castlevania, so I'll even put up with it if it's kind of somewhat bad, if it's just give me some fucking more Castlevania bullshit. I saw the one game you're fucking talking about, I can't think of the names of them. I know the one that looks like the fucking, almost one looks like an old school, fucking almost PS1 Resident Evil kind of thing, right? And I still can't even put my finger on what the gameplay would be like with the other one. It looks cool. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Fire, how it almost seems halfway visual novel-y. But when it's done right, you get invested in the characters. They should be really sick. I remember it took me a second till I really had to kind of try to Fire at first, but I ended up falling in love with that game. That's always been a good time. I probably played that a few times. I don't know when I first picked it up, maybe 2017 or something. Fire always holds up pretty well. Beautiful game. It's one of those things, you can totally tell, it's Fire kind of walked in a lot of ways, so the 80s can run. You can really smell the whole precursor of fucking the 80s presentation coming with Pyre, with how it did its characters and its fucking world and shit. Oh damn, what the hell am I doing? I'm fucking leaving this place. How late is it, kid? You need to go chill out on the couch or something. Watch some more Cuphead. Quit climbing all over me. I just need to let it happen. Learn to follow the dream down. What's saying? You about to fart? They're not farting. But no, it was definitely a treat going back through the God of War games. It's one of those things Kratos, you can just tell he's so troubled by his past in the newer shit. I really wanted, I guess I really wasn't missing out too much, considering I still played 3, and 3 really kind of 3 really really did a good job of just fucking, I mean, if you play 3, you're really not missing out on too much, I feel like. Unfortunately, I hate to say. Like, there's a lot of cool, like, vistas and set pieces, and obviously, it was cool, like, seeing him, like, get up that, like, I'm certainly glad I played him. But I really, like, haven't played 3, I mean, it was cool figuring out that, like, big-ass scar on his chest is from when he got stabbed, too, by Zeus. Best action adventure series of all time. I mean, it's definitely a fucking, there's a reason. It's like one of the only fucking Sony golden gooses that kind of stood the test of time, as much as I hate to say. One thing, playing the Apex game with the kid and shit lately, the past month or so, it's like, it really bums me out, like, they haven't made another Apex game in, like, since the PS2. I always thought that was a really cool, like, special little series. Yeah, I mean, especially for its time, I guess they really couldn't, like, innovate it that much. I'm sure they probably could, though. Game of the year? I mean, I don't really fucking pay attention to that shit. I'm sure it was either God of War or Elden Ring. I can't really think of, honestly, I think Forbidden West kind of deserves to be in that fucking conversation too, but... Just surprised it wasn't God of War. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that surprised, to be honest. Elden Ring is pretty crazy. Like, it definitely kind of gets points for, like, the world. The world's pretty fucking nuts. And then, like, it's so crazy, and, like, you can tell it's one of those games, like, I had such a crazy, fantastical, awesome playthrough, and I bet you there's like probably like it's almost like some Chrono Trigger ass shit. You could probably go back and play through it, and fucking there's probably like 30 different fucking endings or some shit. There's like so many like cool things that you could just like miss and like Elden Ring is pretty fucking sick. So, I mean, like, I definitely think it kind of deserves Game of the Year. Or I guess, and like, I don't even probably know, like, a quarter of, like, how much awesome shit is in that fucking game. Because, I just go through the game so fucking blind. But you can tell it's just so fucking big, and there's just so much to it. Like, there still is some shit like fucking, I'm still not completely done with God of War, and there's still some crazy, like, post-game stuff in that, I'm sure, too. But, like, fucking, yeah, the world, like, I love, like, God of War was fucking insane, jaw-dropping, but, the world was, not nearly as impressive as fucking Elden Ring. Honestly, in a lot of ways, I felt like I mean, I don't know. It's really awesome how they made, like, every realm, like, way more fleshed out. But in the same sense, whoa, kid, what'd you just do? Oh.
Yeah, baby!
You, like, touched the keyboard and the screen just went black.
This is good practice for when the spit hits the fan. Trust me, it's coming.
What's Damon's got to do with Haven City, Sig?
None of your business.
What was all that spying again? Huh?
Let's just say Damon's lost a little something in the city and he wanted me to fight. What do you care, man? It's over a bunch of weaklings. You know that. They'd already lost the war before it started. But Davis has a plan to make sure we all survive.
Playing with people's lives.
Why not? They played with mine. Survival of the fittest.
Why not? They played with mine. This guy's such like a action hero arch type.
Yeah, I think pilot shit, I got this.
Ooh, dang, you got the Peacemaker?
Keep your nose clean and stay sharp. I'll tell you when the action's coming.
But you know, in a lot of ways, I feel like the general, like, pathway level and world design was kind of a step back with the new God of War compared to at least Midgard. Because Midgard had like a lot of cool, like, interconnected, like, the realms were a lot more open in the new God of War. Instead of being like structured, I felt like, which is cool, like in sandbox exploration sense, but it kind of lacked that whole like, and it still had moments, but you know, the first one was definitely a lot more like, you know, the general like shortcut and like level design and interconnectivity was a lot more evocative of like that Dark Souls shit, which is kind of like peak like. Designed for like a 3D kind of like game or whatever, I'd say.
Cleaver, I need to find
At
some
least if you're playing a
special
game where you can't
precursor
jump
artifacts.
and you can't climb around and stuff.
Wait a tick. I just traded a very rare artifact indeed to a nice band of metalheads. It was an ugly piece of hardware. Looked like a dog's breakfast to me. But those toothers paid handsomely. They seemed nice enough. Good ivories they had, you know, if you dig fangs and claws. I bet if you crank up that dunk, you and the offsider just might be able to catch him.
I'll drive. Jack, you get on the gun. Dexter, just get in, sit down, and shut up.
Oh, jeez. But no, Elden Ring was insane with, like, you know, just fucking... I swear, this shit's, like, totally fucking Horizon fucking shit before Horizon shit. Taking down these big fucking metalhead things. These things are, like, right out of Horizon. But no, the world in Elden Ring's fucking crazy, dude. It's like... That shit did kind of fucking blow me away. You know, there's just so many, like, it's just so big and so dense at the same time. Like, and just, like, so many little nooks and crannies, you can just fucking get lost, and you're just, like, in this crazy, like, dungeon-ass place that's, like, basically feels like a whole, like, world or section in, like, a Dark Souls game. And then how it's, like, basically, like, pays, like, reference and, like, homage to, like, all the Dark Souls games with, like, out ripping them off. Like, how, like, each section has, like, its own flavor. And how it's got, like, that cool-ass, like, spiral, like, ring-ass design to it. Crazy bosses, like cool gear. like, I definitely miss the loot and the armor and the gear system in the fucking first one, especially if you consider New Game Plus. It was much more streamlined. Yeah, I'm really surprised God of War didn't win too, especially considering just it came out like I guess right what the Game Awards just happened. So I mean it's pretty fresh in everyone's mind. Like I don't know. But I do think also, it's one of those things like, I feel like Ragnarok kind of gets points taken away for being like an episodic game too. Because I really don't think you'd appreciate it as much if you just went in there cold without playing any of the God of War games before, especially the 2018 one. I do think Elden Ring stands much more on its own, especially being a new IP. It's not even a Dank Souls game technically. It's just like I know. You got to give points for the new IPs. I think. I'm sorry. Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring didn't gel with you. What? Really? That's crazy. What? What? You're crazy, Paul. I don't know, man. No, yours is the same. Very full of light, especially the boss and loot in it, but it was almost too dense to the point where it's too hard for me to get into it. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I thought it was a crazy fucking good game. I fucking love me that Elden Ring. And it really felt like, I don't know, it's not like you had to, it felt like one of those games you could have, some Fallout shit where you could just win in, any direction, and, you could have just found gold, man. Hey, come on. But another thing I think kind of, gets, I don't know. I never really compared them until now. Because, in my opinion, it's not really a competition. So it is kind of I don't know. Because, God of War is, much like God. You want to just talk about how, jaw-dropping, beautiful every photo. Not that, Elden Ring isn't gorgeous, too, but, God of War at least, feels like a fucking next-gen game in a lot of ways. With just, the general presentation of it, which one of my bigger things about Elden Ring is, it kind of just looks in my opinion, I think Sekiro is kind of, more stylish in a lot of ways. But I also kind of preferred Sekiro to Elden Ring. But I can also just see, I don't know, a lot of people just really like to, play games and new cool game plus them, over and over, and, I don't know. Because Elden Ring, it could be, I would, if I were stuck on a desert island and I could only play one game and it'd be God of War, Elden Ring, I no question it would be Elden Ring. But in that same vein, I don't know, I still think I prefer God of Ragnarok more as an experience, man. It's just it was a really well-paced roller coaster experience, You think fucking God of War 3 was a roller coaster. Dude, Ragnarok was fucking even more so. Like, goddamn. Like, that shit had so many, like, story beats and so much fucking, like... But it's also one of those things that's, like, you know, they have such different approaches to storytelling in general. Like, God of War just, like, shoves everything down your fucking throat. Like, Elden Ring, it's one of those things, it's like, you know... It's like, that's one of the things I like about, like, Returnal. It's like, you know, it's so, like, abstract and, like, so much can be left up to, like, interpretation and, like, you know... Where'd you get that? I think it's a little late to be getting popsicle. Hey. Eternal coming to PCs now, dang, dude. They gotta quit giving all these fucking PlayStations exclusive to PC. I mean, I know it's super, like, pro-consumer and good for people as a whole. More people to play it, the better, but... Make me wish I just fucking upgraded my PC. Hey, yeah, no, that's a game, you know, if I fucking play Ratchet and Clank, I'm gonna have to fucking transition that right into some fucking Returnal, honestly. You know, I ain't done with that shit. Yeah, there's still more stones to fucking turn in that. You know, that's the main thing about that one Returnal video. I was gonna watch it, but like pretty much the first thing it tells you, it's about to like go deep and spoil everything. And it's like, I don't want everything to be spoiled. You know, like I said, you know, I was just saying a moment ago. You know, like one of the things that makes like Returnal and a thing like Elden Ring so good is like, you know, I know some people really like having really smart people like go on and like, you know, tell, like, basically put the whole lore on a silver plate for you and everything, but, like, you know, I almost feel like that's, like, a big disservice to kind of the experience as a whole. Just because, you know, so much of it is meant to be, like, you know, yeah.
Keeping people alive out here.
Consumed and interpreted and kind of figured out on your own.
I'd say you've made a good life here.
You too must make a life, Jack. Take your destiny into your own hands. Look. Sand cannot keep a shape by itself, but add water, and it becomes malleable.
This place is nice. This dude's got the pad.
The right element. Eco. Our minds think alike. My monks say the world is coming to an end, but I am a survivor. I say we live on long after this world dies. Be ready. You are shaping up to be one of my finest warriors, and I'll need you for the trials ahead. I mustn't lose you.
Oh, you're good, dude. I mean, he says right at the start of the video, you know. I mean, that's cool. I'm sure it's a great video, and it's probably really cool.
Others could live. Anyway,
you know,
we're having serious trouble with marauders lately. I want you to take a vehicle and hunt down their warrior patrols. Go and make war your own.
I love watching you know, those are my favorite kind of YouTube videos. The fucking retrospectives of games I love. But it's just one of those things, like, I just don't feel comfortable doing it until I'm actually, like, truly feel like I'm done with the game and I've seen everything that I can personally, like, go out and reach myself without, like, fucking, you know. And especially with them adding, you know, the co-op, and I think they added, like, more stuff to, like, the just general single-player and stuff in general. And I just felt like I didn't fucking do everything still. But no, Returnal's so cool, man. That, yeah, I'm telling you, Returnal, like, fucking... I've never really fucking been that, like, open-minded about the sci-fi genre, but, like, you know, Returnal really fucking opened up my third eye a little bit. You know, that shit's so sick. Like, Returnal's definitely, you know, it's just like, you know, damn near too good to be true every time I think about that game. Just like how it's structured and just like have the whole like Ratchet and Clank, like RPG progression system with the guns, like. The Dust Demon. Give me that thing. The Heat Seeker? Oh, okay. I haven't taken this thing for a ride. This thing's pretty cool. Bebop. Oh man. Sounds like they're ready for me. Get in here, you scamp. I read Dead 2, where he talks about unpopulated cities, death loop, and the concept of time loops and fiction, sci-fi, can't be said. No, I believe it, man. I'm sure of it. That's another one I gotta fucking, I think that would be my Mark and Ginger. Dude, come on. But no, yeah, Red Dead 2, that's another game I need to get around to. I remember I got that on sale a few years ago to, you know, play with my wife. And, cause she, you know, she really loves Grand Theft Auto. She's got, like, probably fucking... That's probably like one of my most played fucking games on Steam, and I've never fucking touched it. You know, cause she's fucking played so much goddamn fucking Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, the single player and online, she just can't get enough of that shit, you know? But, you know, Red Dead 2, like, I remember playing a little bit of the first one back in the day. I never beat it or anything, I remember renting it. But I remember hearing, like, all sorts of really amazing things about it. It seems just like, it sounds like worth just checking out for like the hunting and fishing aspect or whatever alone, honestly. Oh, jeez. But now, speaking of, I mean, I guess I don't know how massive it is, but that's another game. Hey, kid, no. Don't you be getting in there. It's Mom's secret candy stash. Not so secret. What time is it? What time is it? You bugging? Sitting here bugging me, huh? It's 1:45 in the morning.
That's Target.
Yeah, it's 1:45 in the morning, kid. Come on. You get in here. Get cozy.
Daddy's
Cozy, wash this cup in.
I'm gonna take my Target.
Huh?
Take my Target.
Okay. Whoa. When the hoverboard get out. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things, like, yeah, sci-fi just never really did anything that much for me as, like, a setting or a genre. Like, you know, not that, like, I completely, like, not, you know, same thing, like, you know, like, I just never grew up, you know, like we were talking about earlier, like, I never grew up, like, being, like, a Star Wars nerd or a Star Wars kid or anything, and, like, I just never really had anything, like, really resonate with me that much, I guess. I think that's a big reason why, I'm not that into, or why when I played Final Fantasy VII, it really didn't resonate that much with me either. So I think that's one of the things that makes Final Fantasy VII kind of special. Is that it's kind of got like a lot of like almost like sci-fi shit going on, at least. for like your general JRPG, at least from what I can think of. At least with the like world, it's very like dystopian, I guess. Which is another thing, like, you know, not that it can't be done right. It's obviously there's some really good, like, you know. I suppose one of those things, if you're gonna like my big like sweet spot for sci-fi shit, I suppose would be like the post-apocalyptic shit, you know, like Fallout, Biomutant, Stray. Like, if you're gonna do like some sci-fi, like dystopian shit, you know, do it like some fucking like post-apocalyptic stuff, I fucking get off on that, you know. Coming. Whoa! Gotta take out these trebuchets. We're just supposed to focus on the big. Oh! No, there is like a little health bar for this shit. Oh, one more! The beam generator. That's it.
This is Zine. Marauders have attacked one of our artifact digs and stolen a very important item. We think they may have taken it to their stronghold. We would be most grateful if you find their outpost and retrieve it. We'll make it worth your while. I promise.
In terms of some people love puzzle games. I can't stand. I don't know. I like to think. I think it's important to, you know, be open minded. You know, there's obviously good shit in everything. You know. Come on, Bebop. Get in here, dude. Oh, he's just hanging out in the boneyard. Like, I understand, obviously, everyone has preferences, but, you know, I think it's good, important to, like, step outside your comfort zone a little now and then. Yeah, that's what I was saying, you know, I remember liking FF7. I just, you know, it's just one of those things, like, I think it was just, by the time I played it, you know, you just go, you heard... I had so many people just kind of like put it on a pedestal growing up. And, you know, I guess I just expected more. And I don't think it wasn't. I never played a Final Fantasy till like fucking. I was probably 13, 14, whenever fucking 13 came out. I played my first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy 13. I rented that shit for the PS3. And I liked it, but then I immediately after that played FF7, and I liked FF7 way more. And then I fucking played FF9 after that, and I was fucking like completely blown away. I was like, God damn, like, you know, it just kept progressing. Now that's another. I still have to go through the whole series. Because I've heard really good things about 6. You know, I almost think it might be worth it just run through the fucking series one day. I'm sure the earlier ones aren't that long as far as like JRPGs are concerned. Yeah, I'm sure they're really simple and they aren't that like good or anything. But you know, I still enjoyed like what last year I played Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Color. And that was definitely I really enjoyed it. How like simple and obtuse and like abstract and like old school it was. So I wonder if like the OG Final Fantasy stuff will be the same. So you know what? They got that new one coming out. That's supposed to be one of the hot PS5 games. I don't know when I'll fucking actually be getting around to playing it, but I definitely like to play it one day. So I really enjoyed FF15. I played that a few years ago when it finally got a good sale on PC. That was one thing. Forspoken kind of reminded me of like the magic and like combat and like FF15 in a way. It's kind of weird. It was way like simpler and like not as crazy as I thought it'd be. But it still had, it was also like one of those things, the more I dicked with it, the more like I fucked with it, you know, the more it kind of like, there was like more to it than I initially thought too, I remember. Like, I remember saying that I really like that sword shit too, but you know, all the different shit, they had like different modes. And God, what was that one sword shit? It was like the lance, where you could like hold the right trigger and then it would like throw the sword like a fucking spear and explode. It was like one of the fucking, it was basically one of the fucking spears from God of War, honestly. He just fucking like, just pierces and shit and fucking explodes. I was wondering why I felt familiar. And then I wasn't really too wowed by the whole like magic step movement thing. Until like I realized it was almost kind of like some Mario 64 shit. How you could like, if you like landed and did a jump like right when you landed, you could kind of like spring yourself and you could like wall jump and stuff. So that was kind of cool. It kind of took me, like, it definitely had an interesting, like, weight and, like, physics to it. Man, it didn't, like, it definitely, I was sitting around and, like, playing with my wife, we were just fucking hanging out and passing the controller back and forth. And yeah, no, it was definitely not a game I just, like, touched it instantly. It felt good, for sure. No, I remember having the same thing. I was like, you know, what the fuck is this voice she keeps talking to? But I think I realized, like, his name was, because I think his name was Cuff. And I think she just, like, they didn't, like, say it or anything, but I think, like, she had, like, these magic, like, cuffs on. I don't know if that's, like, what was giving her power or some shit. I'm almost thinking of some shit like that, because what it kind of reminded me of, oh, jeez. Kind of reminded me of like the OG Shadow Warrior, or not the OG Shadow Warrior, but you know the reboot of Shadow Warrior. Dude's like possessed by the demon or whatever. He's like always like doing the little banter with him and stuff. Should probably use my boost. Oh man, take it easy with these turns, Bucko. This is kind of cool. It's like a time attack ring thing, but instead of like going through a ring, you gotta fucking explode a car, so it's like a moving fucking target. Closer, we can't fuck it up. Slow down. Speed up.
There he is.
Get him.
Shoot him.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, you're firing him up.
Yeah, this thing kind of fucks. No, that was definitely my big, my big complaint with, like, Forspoken too. I remember I was talking with my wife, it was like, you know, you have the, and even, like, being so like early in the game. I mean, it seemed like there was ways you could like customize the control shit, so it had like some quick flipping stuff. But there's something that just bugs me about like having so much different like magic stuff you can do, and then like you really only have access to 2 fucking things at a time with like the right chair. Like I don't know if they could have like fucking messed with the control system, like open shit up more or what. It was like, goddamn, hey, got that. You know, like give me some stuff on the fucking bumpers too, you know, or something. I don't know. You know, and that's like, you know, cold open, like semi-early. I can only imagine it's like super late game. You got like a million different spells, but you can really only like. I mean, at least they had it to where the shit could like, you know, you could hold it and charge it and kind of get like 2 different things out of one spell. And then it kind of had like the thing where it combined the stuff. It was almost like some limit break shit or something. I don't know. But no, yeah, for a game that seems like... Because I remember that being like one of the games I feel like they were first showing when the PS5 was first announced or whatever. I feel like it's been in the oven a while. And I guess it was one of those things I was just really surprised to see a demo in general, because I was like, oh, fuck, there's a demo, because I was just checking out the demos, you know, with my wife. I was just like, oh, you know, like, what? This shit ain't coming out for a month or so. They got a demo, but Square Enix just hooking it up with the really cool demos lately, you know? She's playing that Heart of Stella game on the Switch, too. But yeah, no, that being said, yeah, I was a little underwhelmed. Like, obviously, it was really cool, like, how big and, like, you know, beautiful the world was. But yeah, no, I really didn't feel like there was that much to do in it. I don't know. But at the same time, like, like I said, I wasn't that in love with it, but by the end of like an hour, like before I knew it, I'd been playing for an hour, and I had to like stop myself from playing more because I could feel myself like start to get like a little invested. I'm like, I don't even think I want to like buy this game right when it comes out, you know? So I'm just gonna put it down. So I don't know. I almost feel like there's something like I agree. The game's super fucking like weird with controls and stuff.
Longer than any other known relics, except for maybe the catacombs. Myth says these pillars were once linked to some type of planetary observation system. Very mysterious. Let's see if those items you found in the wasteland will activate and unlock their secrets.
Like, it kind of felt like a mixture between, like, Final Fantasy 15 and, like, Assassin's Creed. Like, I only ever played the original Assassin's Creed game. I remember renting that when it first came out. But I want to say... Wasn't that the thing how the Assassin's Creed games were? Or maybe I'm thinking Infamous. How, like, they probably both were there, but how you, like, held a button and it kind of had, like, that contextually sensitive, like... That's how the magic step or whatever felt to me. Some Assassin's Creed, like, Sly Cooper kind of contextually sensitive thing. Where, like, it's kind of cool, but you're also not, like, fully in control. I don't know. I do feel like I was almost, like... Not that that's the worst way to go about doing that, but I do feel like gaming's kind of excelled past that a little bit. At least with, like, the feel of it. Especially after playing, like, 10 minutes of, like, I was checking out just, like, the opening of that, Miles Morales the other day. That was another one. You know, my wife just wanted to see, like, the start of... And no, that Spider-Man shit was nuts. Just, like, running around and swinging for, like, just, like, the first, like, 5 minutes of that. Just, like, how seamless that was. That was fucking wild. Like, I didn't even, like, fucking, you know... get it figured out yet. But, like, it was just so fucking, like, it just worked, you know?
Get us out of this mess.
I'm a Bendy.
What what's going on, kiddo?
I'm a baby done.
But I do know the Forspoken thing, it's supposed to be like some isekai shit or something. I know my wife, she's just been watching isekai anime left and right. Like, you know, just the whole, like, you know, that's just such a big, like, genre these days. The whole, like, person getting transported into a world different than their own.
I got an ice cream.
But I think they actually did explain that at the start a little bit. I don't know. But it was just super like, here you are, here's the shit. Just probably for the best. I know another one I checked out was that, what was it? I don't even remember what it was called. What was it? The Valkyrie Elysium? This is kind of a weird one to check out after playing Ragnarok. Because you're basically like one of Odin's Valkyries. Yeah, no, I checked out the demo for that. This one was kind of cool. Not the only thing I wasn't too in love with it, but you know, it was definitely like the lore or whatever seemed. It was such a different take on the Nordic shit than the fucking God of War thing. You know, it really made me appreciate like the direction they took with it. So, will you let me open up my keyboard, Trey? Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, dude, the kid's been going nuts over the Ape Escape lately. We're pretty much all done with the first one. We've been checking out the second one, but it kind of sucks the second one. I almost think I'd rather emulate it. It's got like a big flicker issue, like the emulation just isn't there. So come on, let me open my keyboard tray. Let me put my controller there. Let me close it.
No.
It's too late for this. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Give me Trotter. Please. I want to play.
Oh, I think I remember coming here in Jack too. But yeah, no, it was like, because that Valkyrie game, it was so much more like how you'd expect them to like do the Odin and the Nordic stuff. You know, one of the best things about, you know, my favorite parts about Ragnarok was like, you know, they do so much like building up Odin, like from the 2018 one to like the start of, you know, Ragnarok and all that. And then, you know, he comes out and he's like, so on and so, and then you finally get to Asgard, and it's like this legendary place, and it's just like this fucking lodge. Like, you know, you're like expecting it to be this big, like, grandiose fucking, like, castle or temple or like fucking, you know, like how the shit was in God of War 3. You know, and like, yeah. It's just like this fucking, like, it's like the goddamn village and How to Train Your Dragon. I love how they did that. Your mom needs to find a better hiding spot for her candy. Yeesh. Activate the statue by punching or kicking its nose. 2 in the morning, actually. But, I do believe my wife should be coming home on her lunch break soon. But usually she texts me before, I don't know. Usually she gets out around 2. Yeah, that's enough. No more candy. No. I'm gonna have to find a new spot for that. Oh, does it? Okay, how much candy have you been sneaking from that? Dang. Hoverboard shit makes me want to play some Tony Hawk. Stop! Get out of there, come on. That ain't it. Hey, this isn't gonna be a game, buddy, come on. Zone. Come on. Go to the couch. Come on. It's enough. It's 2 a.m. I don't feel like yelling. You don't feel like crying. Come on. Just relax. Do my thing, huh? No, it's cool. They're definitely doing a good job of trickling in the places from the second game. Also kind of messing with them and making them a little different, too. the trees, Johnson? You crazy, Jack. Greasy, got an injection for lower back tomorrow. Not gonna be fun. Oh, jeez. Well, hey, that's good. You're getting that lower back thing figured out, though. You know, that's sick. You know, better than just like, you know, not getting an injection and waiting for it to get fucking worse. But yeah, you know, freaking, it's about that time. Honestly, I'm probably about to sign off, take a break for a bit. I know my wife usually takes her lunch break around 2 a.m. and comes home anyway. So I'll catch her out, dude. You know, you sleep good. You know, don't stress out too much about it. You know, you're just taking care of what you gotta take care of. But yeah, no, I think, you know, I never played much Grand Theft Auto when I was younger, besides like at friends' house and stuff, passing the controller. But I think with this shit, like the whole variety and like time attack thing makes me nostalgic for it. One game I did get down on was fucking Simpsons Hit and Run on the GameCube. Which is still kind of like some Grand Theft Auto shit. But I don't know. I remember liking that Hit and Run. No! This one's tricky. Nope. There's no one. Get off your board there, I think.
your time, warrior. Behold, the seed of our destruction.
What? Let me see! Is she hot?
We precursors built many worlds across the universe, shaping them with Eco into something good. But we were foolish. The Dark Makers were once precursors, but their exposure to Dark Eco changed them. They began twisting worlds, conquering life, and dark ages ensued. Now the Dark Ones have found your world and are coming to claim it for themselves.
Well, that could ruin the whole day!
I think this one's bigger than both of us.
There is but one hope left. You will find a planetary defense system hidden deep at the core of the planet. There is still a chance to save your world. I hope you are more successful than many planets whose fate has already been closed.
I heard. This is as we feared. We must get into those catacombs before that ship reaches this planet.